Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the World of Serisca. Well, what is the World of Serisca? What is it to me and what is it to you? Well, as you know, I've already put out two episodes, here and here, which is the gods of the world and the political layout of the world and what is essentially known at this point. Now, just so you know, there are parts of the world that are not known as of yet. There are another island chain, possibly another continent. They don't know because they haven't really explored the entirety of the world just yet. There's a reason for that, but not very important at the moment. What is important is the reason why I've put these videos out. And while I do hope to put out another video in detailing this world, the reason being is that I aim to have a campaign set into this world. I aim to essentially have 3 to 4 players with me on an adventure through this custom world that I've been making for a very long time. And I do mean a very long time. This originally started out as a book that I was writing, and I had been writing for over a decade. And even though I've finished the book twice now, I've thrown the whole book out just to start it over again because I didn't like certain aspects. I didn't like the way I've written something or worded something, so I just threw it all out. That perfectionist in me, knowing that I'm not as good as some of the other writers out there. So, trial and error, I've finally decided, at the behest of a number of my friends, to turn it into a D&D campaign and give it out to everyone to enjoy. So, these videos are primarily about sharing with you. I'm sharing the world with you so that way perhaps you can design your own campaign to go into it, or maybe even watch us. As I said, I plan on running a campaign and recording the sessions and, posting them on YouTube. That being said, because my internet is total crap because of AT&T and everything, my internet is not good enough to stream, so I will not be streaming it. Now, if one of my players is willing to take on that task, power to them, they are free to do so. I primarily will be only recording to post up onto the channel. That will be my thing. But as I said, if one of my players wants to stream it and, channel it to everyone on Twitch or on YouTube, I will gladly let them do so. Now, as far as the campaign itself, they'll be beginning in this little lovely town. You can make maps like this at incarnate.com. This town is the town of Heldas. It's a small, sleepy little town on the edge of the Elorian and Valentian border. Now, the border that was there was originally Taunean, but because of the war, the civil war going on in Taunion, Valentia has been taking over some of the land in order to try and quell the fighting. Annexing the land, essentially. It's like, okay, we're going to take this chunk, get it under control, get the fighting to stop, and then we're going to take over this chunk, and so on. And so that border is now the Valentia-Elorian border. And Valentia doesn't really like non-elves into their kingdom, and not to mention, Eloria has declared that since, all the fighting is going on, we're just going to close the border to prevent it from spilling over into, our lands. But the players will be starting there, during what is known as the Festival of the Chosen. This whole festival and everything will be detailed during the first and possibly second session of the campaign. But for now, that's enough to share about that. Excuse me, losing my voice a little bit. So, what do I hope? I hope to be able to gain a couple more players for this. I've already got one guy. He's pretty reliable, and he's already signed up and has a great character idea. So, I'm hoping to fill out a couple more spots. As I said, I want to keep this small and personal, so I think at max I'll have 4 players. 3 would be fine, but 4 would be my most comfortable level. Anyways, that's the reason why I've been making the World of Serisca videos, is because I hope to make a campaign that I can share with the rest of you. And if you have any questions whatsoever about the World of Serisca, any questions at all, like certain classes, what's the hierarchies, and who's ruling what, and what they're like, any questions at all, feel free to ask. Because with your questions, I know more as to what I need to essentially explain about this world, what I need to give forward, so that way not only you, as the viewers, will be able to enjoy it, but also so that way my players will be informed as to what they are getting themselves into. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Catch you later.